Okay, today we're doing math page 5 and 6. Math page 5 and 6. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Philippians 4:13. And today we'll be talking about money, the values of the penny, the nickel, the dime, quarter, and the dollar. And that's what we got to do here first. In class practice number 1, it's telling us to match. We're going to draw a line. A penny is worth 1 cent. So we're going to draw a line from penny to the 1, just like that. B, a half dollar, is worth 50 cents. So we'll draw a line from the half dollar to the 50 cents. A dime is worth 10 cents. So we need to draw a line from where it says dime to 10 cents. A nickel is worth 5 cents. So we'll draw a line from the nickel to where it says 5 cents. Quarter is worth 25 cents. So we'll draw a line from quarter to 25. And a dollar is worth, $1. So we'll draw a line up to there. Okay, number 2 is telling us to write the value. Well, 2 quarters. What is the value of 2 quarters? 1 quarter is 25 cents. If you had 2 quarters, 2 25 cents together, if you added them or if you multiplied it, you'd end up getting 50 cents. Okay, 4 dimes. Each dime is worth 10 cents. If you multiply your 10 cents by 4, you'd end up getting 40 cents. C, $2. $2 would be written like, so 2. D, 4 pennies. Would be written like that. E, 5 nickels. 5 nickels. A nickel is worth 5 cents. If you had 5 of them, you multiply the 2 together, 5 times 5, and you get 25 cents. $6 half dollars. Okay, a half dollar is 50 cents. If you had 2 of them, you have $1. If you had 4 of them, you have $2. And if you have 6, you had $3. And so we write it out like this, $3. Okay, 3. 3 says to solve these money problems. 6 nickels. Well, that's the same as 30 cents. So I'm going to put 30 cents right here. Plus 3 dimes. Well, each dime is 10 cents, so 3 of them would be 30 cents again. Minus 1 quarter. Quarter is worth 25 cents. So 30 plus 30 is 60. And if we did 60 minus the 25, we'd be left with 35. 35 cents. B, we have 14 pennies plus 6 nickels. Remember, a nickel is 5 cents, so 6 times 5 would be 30 cents. It would give us 44 cents. Minus 2 dimes. A dime is 10 cents, and we have 2 of them, so minus 20 cents. 44 cents minus our 20 cents would give us 24 cents. C, 2 quarters. Each quarter is 25 cents. If we have 2 of them, that's 50 cents. Minus 1 dime, so that'd be 10 cents. We're at 40 cents right now. plus 1 nickel, which is 5 cents. And we then have 45 cents. Six dimes would be 60 cents. Each dime is 10. 6 times 10. Minus $1/2. $1/2 is 50 cents. So when you subtract those, you're left with 10 cents plus 3/4. Each quarter is 25 cents. Multiply that by 3 and you get 75 cents. So 60 minus 50, we had 10. 10 plus 75, we'd get 85 cents. Go ahead and turn your page over. Number 4 tells us to circle the correct answers, and we're given in each one 2 choices, either that one or this one. We're going to circle which one we think is correct. It says if you gave the clerk a $1 bill, if you gave the clerk $1 for a bill that totaled 57 cents, what would your change be? Well, let's do the work first. $1 minus 57. You have to borrow. Borrow from your 1, this becomes a 10. Borrow from your 10, it becomes a 9, and this becomes a 10. Okay, now, 10 minus 7 gives us 3, and 9 minus 5 gives us 4. So the change is 43 cents, but we've got to figure out which one of these below is 43 cents. 1/4 is 25 cents. 1 dime is 10 cents. You add that together and you get 35 cents. Plus 3 pennies would give you 38 cents. So I have a feeling the bottom one is going to be correct, but let's check it. 1/4 is 25 cents. Plus a nickel would be 30 cents. Plus a dime would be 40 cents. Plus 3 more pennies would be 43 cents. So this bottom one is the correct answer. And all you have to do is circle that like I did. B, if you gave the clerk a $1 bill for a bill that totaled 29 cents, what would your change be? What would be your change? So again, we have $1 minus 29. We've got to again borrow, so that becomes a 10. Borrow from that, it becomes a 9, and that becomes a 10. 10 minus 9 is 1, 9 minus 2 is 7. So the change is 71 cents. Let's figure out which one of these is 71 cents. 2/4 is 50 cents. Plus 2 dimes, which is 20 cents. 50 plus 20 gives us 70. Plus 1 penny gives us 71 cents. So it looks like this is going to be right. Let's look over the bottom and make sure. 3/4, that's 75 cents. That's already too much. So we need to circle the top one. 1 penny, 2 dimes, 2/4. C, if you gave the clerk a $5, if you gave the clerk $5 for a bill that totaled $2.49, what would be your change? I'll do it again where I subtract minus $2.49. Again, we got to borrow. We'll borrow from the 5. We borrowed 1, so the 5 is now a 4. The 1 we borrowed goes here, now that's 10. Now we borrow from the 10, make it a 9, and make the 1 there. 10 minus 9 gives us 1. 9 minus 4 gives us 5. Bring down the decimal point. 4 minus 2 gives us 2. So we have $2.51. Let's figure out which one of these equals that. $2 plus 2/4 would be $2.50. Plus 1 penny would be $2.51. So it looks like this is correct. And we look at this already, $3, that's too much. So the top one is the one you need to circle. Number 5. It says Miss Gafford had a Bible club party 17 boys and 16 girls came. How many children came altogether? When we see the word altogether, we know we need to add. And so we're adding the two numbers that we have here, 17 and 16. Seven plus 6 is 13. Carry the 1. 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 3. So our answer is 31 children. I said 31, it's 33. 33 children. B says the department store downtown is having a big sale on footballs. They sold 87 footballs on Monday, 39 on Tuesday, 63 on Wednesday, 19 on Thursday, and 57 on Friday, and 104 on Saturday. How many footballs did they sell altogether during this sale? So to figure that out, you got to add up all the totals. So you add up your 87 plus your 39 plus your 63 plus your 19 and plus your 57 and plus your 104. When you add up all those, that's how you're going to get your answer. So you're going to have to do that one on your own, but don't do it yet because we're going to do a couple more together. In number 6, it says add and write the correct term besides each number. So in a minute, I'm going to let you add this on your own, but before you do that, I'm going to show you what you need to write in the blanks. When you have an addition problem, these are all called your add-ins. That's an add-in. That's an add-in. And that's an add-in. And then your answer to any addition problem is the sum. So you'll do the same thing here. It'll be add-in, 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 and then the sum at the bottom. And the same thing here. Before you do that, though, let's look at these. We'll do them quickly together. 4 times 7 is 28. B, 6 times 6 is 36. C, 7 times 5 is 35. D, 3 times 8 is 24. E, 9 times 4 is 36. F, 8 times 6 is 48. G, 2 times 9 is 18. H, 3 times 5 is 15. Down at the bottom it's telling you to add and check. So I'm going to add up the numbers. 9 plus 2 is 11. Plus 9 more would be 20. So put a 0 here. Carry the 2. 2 plus 7 would be 9. Plus 5 would be 14. Plus 8 would be 22. 2 plus 4 would be 6. Plus 6 would be 12. Plus 8 would be 20. So we get an answer of 2020. But it told us not only to add, but we also have to check. So let's do that now. To check, we need to erase those numbers that are at the top, the 2's. Get rid of those because we're going to go up this time and add everything. Let's put 2 lines on top like this. And now we're going to add. 9 plus 2 is 11. Plus 9 is 20. So I put a 0 here, and I bring a 2 down at the bottom. Now 2 plus 8 is 10. Plus 5 is 15. Plus 7 would be 22. So I put a 2 here and carry a 2 down at the bottom. 2 plus 8 is 10. Plus 6 is 16. Plus 4 is 20. And so since this number is the same as this number, it checks and our answer of 2020 is correct. Let's do B together. 5 plus 7 is 13. No, 5 plus 7 is 12. Plus 1 more would be 13. Carry the 1. 1 plus 0 is 1. Plus 8 is 9. Plus 9 is 18. 1 plus 3 is 4. Plus 6 is 10. Plus 4 is 14. Okay, now we need to erase the numbers that we have on top so that we can check it. Draw your two lines on top. 1 plus 7 is 8. Plus 5 would be 13. Carry the 1. 1 plus 9 is 10. Plus 8 would be 18. Carry the 1. 1 plus 4 is 5. Plus 6 is 11. Plus 3 more would be 14. And so the number is the same. So that means it checks and your answer is 1,483. You're going to go ahead and do the rest of those on your own. Before you do, though, I want to play a little Would You Rather. I need everybody to stand up and push in their chairs. Stand up at your seat, push in your chair. I'm going to ask you a question, and I'm going to ask you, I guess, kind of a question of would you rather do one thing or another? And if you want to do the first thing I said, you go to that side of the room. If you want to do the second thing I say, you go to this side of the room. And you have to choose one. You can't stay in the middle. You got to go all the way to one side or the other. Even though some of these are gross and maybe you don't want to do either, you have to. It's just part of the game. Okay, would you rather be a stuntman and jump off a 100-foot cliff into the ocean wearing a blindfold, or be a stuntman and jump off of a 200-foot cliff but not be blindfolded? Which one would you rather do? So you got to go to one side of the room. Okay, everybody go back to their desks. Go stand back at your desks. We'll do another one. Next one. Would you rather be caught in a storm while it's raining rocks the size of baseballs, or caught in a storm while it's raining darts, you know, that you throw at a dartboard? What's crazy, out in outer space, it really does rain rocks. It's called meteor showers. But the rocks there are a lot bigger than baseballs. They can be like 30 feet wide. When a raindrop drops from the sky, it falls about 600 feet per minute. Super fast. Alright, next one. Everybody go back to their desks and stand there. Would you rather have to wind up garden hoses every day? So like a hose outside, all you had to do all day long was wind up hoses? Or have to dig holes deep in the ground for posts to go into every day? Which would you rather do? Okay, next one. Go stand back at your desks. Would you rather always have to wear 3D glasses, or always have a milk mustache? Would you always have to wear 3D glasses or always have a milk mustache? You can make your own 3D glasses. You just cut out cardboard in the shape of glasses, and then you cut out space for your eyes to see through. And then you can tape or glue red cellophane over the left eye hole and put blue cellophane over the right eye hole. And you put on the glasses and you're ready to see in 3D. It'd be kind of fun to make your own 3D glasses. Okay, which would you rather do? Spend the day swimming with dolphins, or take a long ride on an elephant? Spend the day swimming with dolphins or taking a long ride on an elephant. Dolphins are known for being friendly towards humans. There are many tales of dolphins protecting shipwrecked sailors by swimming circles around their boat to keep sharks away. Elephants are the biggest land animals in the world. They can be aggressive, but throughout history, they have been domesticated and used for transportation. Okay, you guys go ahead and finish up your math. You do the rest of the math on your own right now. You guys are so smart. I know you'll do a good job on it.